So this is another act of randomness. I got pulled over by the cops today. It's the second time that I've been pulled over. I didn't get a ticket. Let me first say that I didn't get a ticket. But it is the second time that I've been pulled over in the same place. I get up at like 4:30 in the morning. My commute to work is like a 45-minute drive to work. I leave the house around 5:15 in the fucking morning. And on top of all of this, I am not a morning person. I wake up every morning practically in tears. The first time that I was stopped, I was going faster than I should have been going. In a 35 mile per hour zone, and I was going probably around 60. I know, that is bad. So I see the lights and I pull over, and instead of the cop car stopping, getting out, the car comes up beside me. So I roll my window down. It's a woman. She goes, "Do you have an emergency, sir?" And I honestly, at this point, I'm like, no, she thinks something's wrong. So fucking naive. So I go, no, there's no emergency. Then why are you going so fast in a 35 mile per hour zone? I had to get up to 60 to get up to you. What's the problem? At this point, all I want to say is, stop screaming, bitch, and give me the goddamn ticket, because I'm not in the mood. 5:20 in the morning, you stop me, you give me a ticket, I will be on my way. I'm done. I'm done with you. So for her to like scream at me, I was just like, I'm clutching the pearls. I'm like, what the fuck? She rolls her eyes, and she rolls on. And I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Why did she have the right to speak to me that way? I got on my Sally. My Sally. Want to know what Sally is? Just email me, because I'm not going to put it on here. But I got on my Sally like, what gave her the right to stop me and then scream at me? I just don't understand. So I'm like shook. Like I would have rathered the ticket at that point. And fast forward to this morning on the same road. And because of that incident, I am very aware of everybody who's near me, and I go slower. I see these lights coming up, and you know, they're just regular car lights, but I'm like, what's that? So I'm like, I better look at my speedometer. I'm at 35 mile per hour, and I'm going 40. I'm like, oh, fine. I'm fine. There's no problem. I'm going 40. What could they possibly do? So I'm going along, and then I realize, oh, it's a cop car. I'm like, oh, it's a cop car. And I'm like, oh, Mom, I'm going 40. I mean, they're not going to stop me for 40, right? 35 mile per hour. And then I see another car behind me. By this point, this cop car is to the right of me. And there's another car behind me, and I'm like, there's a lot of people on the road this morning. And then there's a floodlight behind me. A floodlight. And it's kind of blinking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that light doing? So, then I see the blue and the red lights flashing at me. At this point, I'm like, do I have a light out? What's going on? What's the problem? So, I pull over. At this point, I'm looking at the light, and I'm like, this is deja vu. been here before. I have been to this place before. At this very moment, at this very corner, I've been here. What the fuck is going on? Same thing happens. The cop car comes around and comes to the side of me. I roll down my window. Not the same woman, but a lady officer, just the same. And I try to say good morning before she goes, "You trying to keep up with us?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, officer. Are you trying to stay up with us? Because you are taking a risk. You are going 40 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. You need to slow down." Rolled her eyes, put up her window, and kept it rolling. Everything messing with me. But I'm just like, I was going 40 in a 35. Why? And I talked to my friend, and she's like, "You're a black man in a car at 5 o'clock in the morning. They probably think you had drugs in the car." It's just like, okay, but that don't make it right. So, I'm on my way to work, and I'm just like, okay, I need to calm down. Before I go into the office, I need to pick up a few things anyway. So I decide that I'm going to go to a supermarket that is on the way to work. It's like 5 minutes away from my job. So I get that stuff, and I'm like, okay, I need cash because I don't have any cash. And you know, most markets nowadays, you can go to the register, swipe your card, and then it'll give you the prompt of, do you want any cash back? So I'm going through all of this, and the cashier who I have dealt with before, who always has something smart to say for no apparent reason, I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I explained to her, because I put 20 in, and I'm like, can I have a 10 and 2 5s? She takes her hand, puts it up, and then smacks it on the counter, where there is like a little piece of paper that I guess is like makeshift laminated with tape, that's taped onto the little counter where the thing is. It says, "No cash back." So she goes, "This says no cash back. You need to let me know ahead of time, because I don't have a manager here, and that might mean that you could make my register go over." And then I was like, and then it has to be voided out, right? Do we need to void it out? Is that what we need to do right now? Because we can do it. We can do it. And she goes, "Well, actually, I have the cash this morning." I was like, okay, 2 5s and a 10 then. "Well, just make sure I won't do it again." I won't do it again. I won't do it again. 2 5s and a 10. Alrighty then. I'm like, really? Do not want to take me here right now, Cracky. Don't take me here right now. I'm sorry. I know, I should have read the little sign. But you're the only cash register open. You gonna open up another cash register that has cash back? Y'all trying to make me use my outside voice? Oh, y'all, I'm not in the mood. But somehow I made it through the day to come here on YouTube, explain to you my trials. It's been so hard. But thanks for listening.